Okay, good afternoon. Let us resume our session. I'd like to apologize to our resource persons, guests, and witnesses. We just had to address another matter because an arrest order was satisfied. So this involved three personalities, so we have to address because we have been deprived of their liberty. So we address this subject matter. So we received the report from the Office of the Sergeant at Arms that, where's the report, please? The report that the arrest order issued by the Senate as an institution for the arrest in order to be brought before this institution, Makati Mayor Jejomar Binay Jr., City Administrator Attorney Eleno Mendoza, and former City Administrator of Makati Attorney Marjorie De Vera. The arrest orders for these people have been served and satisfied. So they are there now at the information is they are now there at the Office of the Sergeant at Arms. So, Senator Trillanes, what is our pleasure with the arrested personalities?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I believe the lawyer of
I think they should be. The purpose of arresting them actually is so that they will be brought here to testify before this committee. So, if there is a motion for them to be brought here because they are downstairs, then let's bring them here.
I move to suspend, Mr. Chairman.
Suspend here. Okay, let us resume. So with this information, Senator Trillanes.
Mr. Chairman, having mentioned that the following named persons are already with the Sergeant at Arms, I move therefore that the Sergeant at Arms be directed to bring the following: Mayor Jejomar Binay Jr., Attorney Eleno Mendoza, Attorney Marjorie De Vera, to be brought here in the session hall. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Attorney Certeza, okay. Attorney Certeza is the counsel for the three. And the rules of the Blue Ribbon actually prohibit counsel from speaking and arguing, but the chairman will relax our rules if there are no objections. Okay, no objections. Attorney Certeza, please.
Your Honors, thank you very much. We just like to point out to the honorable members of this committee that pursuant to the order of arrest, my clients were supposed to be arrested and detained at the Office of the Sergeant at Arms until such time that they will appear and give their testimony. It is our understanding, therefore, that until such time as my clients are ready to testify, then they will just remain under detention in the Office of the Senate Sergeant at Arms. And for this reason, we respectfully oppose the motion of Senator Trillanes that they be brought to the session hall.
But that is where we differ, no, Pañero? Of course, the order must be reasonably interpreted, and in my opinion, in the chairman's opinion, they were arrested precisely to be brought to this hearing. So The objection is noted, but I have to deny the objection. So,
If I just respectfully manifest, Your Honor, I have already talked to my clients about this eventuality, and they have all informed this representation that they are unwilling to come to this session hall if there is such an order, Your Honor. Just for the record.
yes, it's recorded. So, make that of record, clearly of record. So, may we now direct the Sergeant at Arms to bring Mayor Jejomar Erwin Binay, Attorney Eleno Mendoza, and Attorney Marjorie De Vera to the session hall and let them take their seats.
We again, Your Honors, please, we object to this directive to the Sergeant at Arms. It is contrary to the order, Your Honor.
Let that be noted. Now, at this point, the speaking rights of Attorney Certeza is hereby terminated. But as counsel, you can sit beside your clients and advise them.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let us suspend for a few minutes. Let the mayor. Mayor, take your seat. Oh, we are not yet in session, pero Sergeant at Arms, can we clear the gallery, please? Seems like the gallery has been penetrated. Okay, session resumed. So before us now are Mayor Jejomar Erwin S. Binay, Attorney Eleno Mendoza, and Miss Marjorie De Vera. Okay, Counsel Attorney Certeza is right beside you to give you advice. Mayor Junjun, do you want to make any opening statement?
Mr. Chairman,
Excuse me, Mayor.
I would like to ask first, Mayor Junjun Binay, kung nasaktan ba kayo when you were brought here?
Order, please, order. Let us suspend our session. General,
May script.
Mr. Senator, can I just pacify?
let's suspend. Okay, let us resume. Senator Trillanes, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I was asking the good mayor if he was hurt when he was brought here. Mayor Junjun?
Slightly bruised, Mr.
So, do you need any special medical attention for that? Or kaya naman? Kaya naman?
Okay naman po. I'll be fine. Salamat po.
I just noticed that buti lang, ando dun si Atty. Mendoza naman was at your side. Di ba?
Yes, Mr. Senator.
Siya yung ano mo, shield. So, Mr. Chairman?
Mayor Junjun Binay is recognized if he wants to deliver any statement.
Yes, Mr. Senator. Let me be clear that it was never my intent to oppose the subpoena of the subcommittee. In fact, when asked to answer, we obliged to answer the subpoena. Alam naman po natin na kami po ay nag-question ng jurisdiction at kami po ay humingi rin po ng mga katanungan na maaaring tanong po dito sa Senado. Kaya nung sinukos po kami, ito naman po ay sinagot po naman namin. Kung kaya't ang paniniwala po namin ay wala pong dahilan kung bakit po isa-cite po kami ng contempt. But let me be clear, di po natin ilalabanan ang Senado bilang institusyon. Ang sinasabi po namin, meron din po kaming mga karapatan na kailangan din naman pong pakinggan. At kaya ho, ang naging posisyon ko ho, malinaw, magmula pa ho nung cite nga po ako ng contempt, na ang posisyon ko ho ay ako po ay humarap na po dito sa Senado nung unang hearing. Ang lahat naman po ng hiningi ng Senado sa city government, kung ito po ay nasa aming possession, ito naman po ay binibigay naman po namin. Kung kaya't wala na pong dahilan para humarap pa ho ako dito sa hearing po na ito. Nasabi ko na po lahat ng dapat kong sabihin at kaya nga po inu-oppose ko ho ang proceedings na ito. Kung kaya't I would like to respectfully manifest, Mr. Chairman, that I will no longer participate in the ongoing proceedings. Respectfully, Mr. Chairman.
So, I have noted your manifestation, but ganito pa yung nakatatanda, Mayor, no? Kasi nagka-clash yung ating theory. Ang theory mo, wala kaming jurisdiction. Ang theory namin, meron kaming jurisdiction. So, if that is the situation and you really believe in your theory, then I think it's time for you to run to a referee, to a third party, to tell us who has the correct interpretation of the situation and of the Senate rules. But anyway, we have heard your manifestation, and it has been noted. I will discuss that with the subcommittee and committee members. But I have prepared a few questions for you, Mayor Binay. Are you ready, willing to answer?
Again, Mr. Chairman, I would like to reiterate, upon the advice of my lawyers, I was advised not to attend the hearing. That is why we were firm that the order of arrest states that I be detained in the Senate Sergeant at Arms because I'm not willing to participate, Mr. Chairman. Therefore, again, as advised by our lawyers, there is no reason for me to participate.
Let me just make of record that I intended to ask you questions about the Makati Science High School, the Makati City Hall parking building, precisely to get your inputs or your position on some of these matters. So actually, it's to give you a chance to refute or to elaborate or to provide missing details. So yun po yun actually. And thank you for your cooperation. At least you are here before us. And you know, I was informed by our Blue Ribbon staff that former President Ramos, when he was issued a subpoena, he complied with the subpoena. Former Vice President Noli De Castro also complied with the subpoena of the Senate. So wala naman tong personalan. We are enforcing the processes of the institution. We followed our procedures as we understood them. Dumaan tayo sa showcause, etc. And then we have now in the contempt citations. Any questions from Senator Trillanes?
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to inquire with the appearance now of Ms. De Vera, Tony Mendoza, and Mayor Binay. What is that status now of the contempt?
Kasi from the
Chairman.
opening statement of the mayor, I could sense that he wants to cooperate with the ongoing investigation. So if that is the sense of the opening statement of the mayor, and also his city administrator, the other department heads of Makati will be given instructions to cooperate with this investigation, I think that is already a good manifestation of cooperation from the mayor. And I am also cognizant of the fact that there are actually 2 cases pending before the ombudsman, where the mayor is also a respondent, and the subject matter of the cases are the Makati City Hall Parking Building 2 and the Makati Science High School Building. So I will understand if the mayor does not want to testify or elaborate on these matters because of these pending cases where he is one of the respondents. So at any rate, the order of arrest having been satisfied, the mayor is already right before us. His manifestation is noted, and yeah, I think the mayor, since we will respect your request that you not be asked questions anymore, you lose your chance to give us your inputs on this subject matter, then you are free to go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
At the same time, Attorney Mendoza and Ms. De Vera, you're also free to go. But please, you heard the mayor in his opening statement. I hope you understood his opening statement, the same way that there should be cooperation in future processes.
Thank you.
We will comply, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. So with this development, ladies and gentlemen, we have run out of time. Sorry, Mr. Oreta, we'll invite you sa next hearing. We have scheduled it. Attorney Abisado, next, yung opening statement mo sa February 12 na lang po. February 12 at 10 o'clock. Because we consume a lot of time in processing this development. Our hearing is hereby suspended until 10 a.m. February 12, 2015. De Vera, the arrest orders for these people have been served and satisfied. So they are now at the information is they are now there at the office of the Sergeant at Arms. So Senator Trillanes, what is our pleasure with the arrested personalities?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I believe the lawyer of
I think they should be the purpose of arresting the office of the Sergeant at Arms. That where's the report, please? The report that the arrest order issued by the Senate as an institution for the arrest in order to be brought before this institution, Makati Mayor Jejomar Binay Jr., City Administrator Attorney Eleno Mendoza, and former City Administrator of Makati Attorney Marjorie. Okay, let us resume. Them actually is so that they will be brought here to testify before this committee. So, if there is a motion for them to be brought here because they are downstairs, then let's bring them here.
I move to suspend, Mr. Chairman.
Suspend here. Okay, good afternoon. Let us resume our session. I'd like to apologize to our resource persons, guests, and witnesses. We just had to address another matter because an arrest order was satisfied. So this involved 3 personalities, so we have to address because we have been deprived of their liberty. So we address this subject matter. So we received the report from